So there is knight e4, maybe worth calculating for a sec. Yeah, knight e4 is gonna just attack our knight and then we don't have such an obvious follow-up. Oh no! What is this? I really hate it when it does that. It just put the knight on b4 for no reason. We're gonna play queen d7. Alright guys. Well, people always ask me, like, how do you play in bad positions? Well, here we go. Number one, try not to trade. We'll do our best, guys. Number two, stay up on the clock. Oh, is it working now? That's great. That's great, Big Scoop. That's great. That's great. We're all very happy for you. Okay. No, position's bad. I mean, we are losing. We're just down a piece now. We're just down a piece. It wasn't even a mouse slip. It was one of those things where it's like the knight was selected and then I'm like trying to click the b4 square and I don't even think I was trying to click the b4 square. I don't even know how the knight ended up there. Anyway. Basically, here's the plan. The plan is we're gonna not blunder and we're going to stay ahead on the clock. And we're going to avoid trades. So don't blunder, don't trade, stay ahead on time. Okay? And then other than that, try to play like good moves or whatever. So if we take here, I don't think we're blundering anything and we're not trading anything. So that's good. So don't blunder, don't, what was it? Don't blunder, don't trade, stay ahead on the clock. I mean, as much as you can, don't trade. If you're forced to trade, well, what can you do? And don't go crazy. Like, I mean, this is possible, but well, no, it doesn't seem great. See, this I think makes it easier for white. Then they go knight h2, queen f3. They're two pieces up. They win easily. So don't make it easy for them. Am I still playing for the win? That's a tough question. I guess I am, yeah. Yeah, I guess I am, to be honest. Not that I think black is better, just that I think that if I keep the position complicated, there's a good chance my opponent might blunder something as well. And then we can try to take advantage of that. So it's definitely not the worst trend. It's not the worst position to be down a piece because as we can see, white doesn't have any like super obvious ideas and has a hard time developing the bishop because this b pawn is hanging. So, okay, once we get past the basics, which is don't blunder anything, try not to trade, stay ahead on the clock. From here, okay, you're also trying to like put some pressure, trying to like not be too forcing. If you make a forcing move, your opponent knows exactly how to react. Right here, we're just staying very chill. If it was my move in this position, I might play h6 just to cover this square. And just very slowly improving without giving the opponent any easy moves. Now, at some point, we might certainly consider sacrificing here. Okay, so white goes d5. Okay, so now takes, probably wants knight takes. So here actually may be worth calculating if we can take this one. Because that knight will be hanging and then maybe we get some rook h4, rook g4 stuff. So here we're kind of getting a chance. Kind of feels like we might not get a better chance than this to go for it. So yeah, let's try it. I think if you get a chance to really muddy the waters, then you should take it because this is another way to put serious pressure on the opponent is by opening up their king and trying to create a lot of threats. And especially when you have the advantage on the clock, now it's going to be harder for white because they gotta spend time thinking about this. If takes, we can just calmly recapture and we hit the knight on f3. So this is certainly a good move, but I think we can take this one. There is knight d5, hitting the rook and knight e7. Actually pretty annoying. Very, very annoying here. So maybe we should think about this one for a sec, because knight d5 could really be a problem. Let's see, can we figure this out? Takes, knight d5. Rook b7 just takes on h3. And then doesn't feel like we have anything for the bishop. So maybe I should play queen here just to stay active. But then again, knight d5. Oh, but then knight d5 we have queen g4. Okay, so now our calculation is being quite helpful. Okay, so we're gonna try to keep it super messy. This really isn't the move I wanted to play, but this one, knight d5, I just don't see a great way out, right? So what to do? Gotta keep our chances alive. Okay, so now knight d5. Now I do want this one. And if white plays knight e3, then minimum we can repeat. We don't have to decide right now if we want the repetition. We can first see if white wants it, and then we have to decide. We can think about whether we want the repetition, but we don't have to actually decide just yet. I mean, feels like we don't really need to. We can just play queen h5, and white is still under heavy pressure. For white, if knight e7, we can take that. I think f3 might have been a very slow move from the opponent. If white had played rook takes a7, they would have a lot more options. Okay, so this one isn't hanging yet because we have bishop d4. So I think I want to quickly play this and hope for the blunder. We're hoping for the blunder, guys. When you're hoping for a blunder, you gotta play quickly. If you take too long, then you give your opponent time to notice. Yep, there it is. So we stuck to the basics, you know? We didn't blunder, we didn't trade until we absolutely had to, we kept it complicated, and finally we got there. We noticed the chance, like we jumped on it, right? I was taking a lot of time, but once I saw, oh, they might want to take on a7, We immediately went for it, you know. Yeah, this was one of the best games in the speedrun, I gotta say. Yeah.